Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marcos. I'm a student athlete studying EECS at Berkeley. And last semester in my first computer science class, my first exam, I got a fat F. And the second midterm, I got another fat F. And then afterwards, I got a B in that class. And this semester, in my computer science class, I got an A+ with an overall score of 98%. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you how I managed to go from an F to an A+ in computer science, and 4 tips on how you can recover from a bad result. I'm going to keep this video short and direct to the point so that you can get on to recovering from that bad grade straight away. Make sure you stick to the end because the last tip is really important. Okay, so you're feeling good, you get the notification that your exam is out, you go, open up the email, whatever it is, you check it, and boom, that's a big F. Fat F. You don't know what to do. Close the browser. You stare at the window, thinking about all the things that you've done wrong, and here comes my tip number 1. Accept it. So, accept the fact that you've gotten a bad grade. Sometimes it's easy to fall under the assumption that, oh no, but it's only a one-time thing, it's never going to happen again. If I hadn't gone to that party last night, or if only I had studied that specific part that the test asked me, that I was unprepared for that part, but next time I'm definitely going to be prepared. So those are some excuses I used to always tell myself whenever I got a bad grade. And the truth is, it's a lie. If it's only your first bad grade and you're absolutely certain that it's not going to happen again, then okay, fine, I give it to you. But this probably is going to happen again if you don't change anything. So the earlier you can accept that it wasn't some sort of external force that somehow magically made you fail, and it was in fact your preparation, the closest you are to stepping into the direction of correcting yourself. And this leads me up to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is don't assume that results are just going to magically change. There was a phrase that my dad used to tell me all the time which annoyed the hell out of me, but it's so true, and that is the best predictor of someone's future is the past. But you might tell me, no, Marcos, next time I'm telling you I'm gonna get a better grade. I'm telling you, but you're not. And this happens to me too many times. I convince myself, no, but it was just a one-time thing. Next time I'll just do that. If I just continue doing the same thing and put more effort, then it's gonna come out. And if you don't change something, the process leading up to the results, if you don't change that, if you don't change the underlying structure underneath your building, chances are that the last brick is gonna fall 100% of the times. Okay. I've done something wrong. I am willing to change. What do I do? That leads me on to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is to seek help. I'm a pretty stubborn person myself when asking for help. I always believe that, okay, if I can solve it in the end, I'll learn more myself. While working on a problem yourself for a long time actually effectively makes you learn it better from getting the same errors, then you need help. And help isn't a bad thing. When I first failed my computer science class, I didn't believe in tip number 3. It led me to fail my second midterm again. And when I knew it was time to change, I sought help. And I signed up to this thing that Berkeley has called CSM, which is basically individual tutoring or very small group tutoring for reinforcing a couple concepts learned in class. I can tell you that it was one of the most effective classes I've ever taken in my entire life. And after that class, I improved completely. My final, I got above average of the class for the first time in the entire semester, and I got a B, which I was pretty happy about considering I got an F in both other midterms. And in this semester, I try not to make the same mistake, and I signed up to that CSM class for my computer science at the very beginning of the semester. And I can tell you that it was definitely a big factor in the success of getting an A+ in computer science at Berkeley. But you might tell me, okay, Marcos, that's great, but I don't have the opportunity. I don't have, my school doesn't offer individual tutoring or stuff like that. You can also ask your friends. It's a bit weird because sometimes you don't want to ask your friends because, I don't know, for some reason or for some peer pressure, whatever reasons. But if they're your friends, most often than not, they are willing to help you. I know I have really good friends at Berkeley and they help me a ton in my computer science classes because they obviously know a lot more than me. A big advantage of having your friends explain you the concepts is that they're not your professors and you don't have to pretend to be smart or anything to ask them for a recommendation or whatnot. They're there because you're friends with them and then they're willing to help you, and that can be a really easy, really accessible tool that you have in order to change and understand the concepts you learn for that better result. Tip number 4 is be persistent and don't quit. If you follow these previous tips and you're finally changing the way you are preparing for that exam test, then don't give up. After this first few tips, you might be like, okay, I am ready to start, I feel motivated, but when it really counts is when after that initial motivation has died out, that's when it's really important to keep going. Basically, getting a bad grade isn't the end of the world. Obviously, depending on where you are in life, it might mean more or less, and the earlier you follow these steps, the earlier you are onto that road of success. If you want tips on how to set goals and stay motivated after that initial hype has died down, I'll leave a link up here or down in the description below. And that's it. I promise this video it will be short and direct to the point so you can get onto that path of success earlier and you can start working your way to recover from that bad result and getting an A+ in the next exam. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found these tips somewhat useful or anything, please leave a like. It helps me as a growing channel. And if you really want to help me, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be the first people to be notified when I post a new video. And I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. As always, take care. See ya.